Now that the perspectives are clear, I've changed my mind. I need y'all to tell your neighbor, and I ain't mad about it. Listen, they don't hear you. Look at your other neighbor and tell them, and they can hate me if they want to. My mind is made up. 1 Corinthians 10 and 13, you stand to your feet, says these particular words. No temptation. Come on. Come on. Yeah. I just got a revelation. I just got almost excited. Right. Because I looked at it for the first time, and I've been reading this all week, but I looked at it right now, honey, and it said no temptation has overtaken you, watch this, except what is common to humanity. Literally, the scripture said, what you going through ain't new. You ain't under no new attack. You ain't being tempted different than anybody else has been tempted in the past. Understand, every suggestion that the enemy is trying to present to you right now ain't new. That old dirty demon keep pulling the same tricks. And you keep falling for the same lie. It says, no temptation has overtaken you except what is common to humanity. But watch this. God is faithful. And he will not allow you to be tempted beyond what you are able. I could shout right there.
And I'm going to join you.
I don't know why you keep saying, Bishop, I just don't know what to do. But this is so much.
Thank you, God.
But my Bible says if it was too much, he wouldn't have did it to you.
Thank you, Jesus.
Everything God got you going through right now wasn't to kill you, but to build you.
Amen. Thank you, God.
Don't reject the building. Change your mind. But with the temptation, watch this, but with the temptation, he will also provide a way of escape so that you are able to bear it.
Come on.
Better read that again.
There is a way out. So if I could double tag this sermon, I want to say to you today, get out.
Get out.
Sit down.
Get out.
The problem is, most of us are struggling with getting out of our own way. The problem with us getting out of our own way is we can't get out of our own mind. If you know something is bad for you, why can't you just stop? About 70% of smokers say they would like to quit. Drug and alcohol abusers struggle to give up addictions that hurt their bodies and tear apart their families and friends. And many of us have unhealthy excess weight that we could lose if only we would eat right and exercise more. So why don't we do it? The NIH-funded scientists have been searching for the answers. They studied what happens in our brains as habit forms. They found clues to why bad habits, once established, are so difficult to kick. And they're developing strategies to help us make the changes we would like to make. That's what they are doing in the science world. Habits play an important role in our health, says Dr. Nora Volkow, director of NIH, National Institution of Drug Abuse, understands the biology of how we develop routines that may be harmful to us and how to break those routines and embrace new ones. Could help us change our lifestyle and adapt healthier behaviors. Habits can arise through repetition. They are a normal part of life and are often helpful. We wake up every morning, shower, comb our hair, brush our teeth, without even being aware of it. It's just a natural way, Volcro says. We can drive along familiar routes on mental autopilot without even really thinking about the directions. When behaviors become automatic, it gives us an advantage because the brain does not have to use conscious thoughts to perform the activity. All right. Truth of the matter is, some of you don't even know what you're doing. We know many of us done started out in one route, but because we were so used to taking a particular route, we are asking ourselves, what am I doing? I'm headed back home. I'm headed to work, because it is just a normal practice for us to take these particular routes without us even thinking. So we are literally on autopilot. Our brains are not even functioning at its full capacity because it's just doing what it has always done. All right. Habits can also develop when good or enjoyable events trigger the brain reward centers. This can set up potentially harmful routines such as overeating, smoking, drug abuse, alcohol abuse, sex, gambling, and even compulsive use of computers and social media. The general machinery by which we build both kinds of habits are the same. The same mental capacity of your brain that work up good habits is the same portion of your brain that work up bad habits. But there is one important difference, Podrak says, and this difference makes the pleasure-based habits so much harder to break. Enjoyable behaviors can prompt your brain to release a chemical called dopamine. If you do something over and over again, dopamine is there when you're doing it. No. Dopamine creates the cravings to do it again. Podrak says this explains why some people crave drugs even if the drug no longer makes them feel particularly good once they take it. In a sense, then, part of our brains are working against us when we are trying to overcome bad habits, because there's a portion of our brain that is chemically responding to what it enjoys. So even when we want to stop it, our brain is still functioning on how it made me feel last time. It made me relax. It made me happy. It made me forget certain things. And so because it gave me some type of joy, the brain keep releasing dopamine. We have more brain regions to help us do what's best for our health. Watch this. Humans are better than any other animal at changing and orientating our behavior towards long-term goals or long-term benefits, says Dr. Roy Buemeister, a psychologist at Florida State University. His studies on decision-making and willpower have led him to conclude that self-control is a muscle. Once you exerted some self-control like a muscle, it get tired. So some of the reason you keep wanting to give up is you keep trying to fight the thought. But it took work to fight it. And so after you have fought it, you have become tired. Watch this. Then the thought can return. Because it is now capable to get through, because now you're too weak to fight it off. We found that you can improve your self-control by doing exercise over time, Buemeister says. Any regular act of self-control will gradually exercise your muscle and make you stronger. Let me stop. The reason we keep struggling with bad habits, the reason we can't let go of things that are keeping us stagnated and in bad places, in bad situations, in bad relationships, broken poverty, keeping us depressed and keeping us discouraged, is because we do not have enough self-control to take every negative thought that tries to enter in captive so that it cannot consume us, but we can consume it. And just because you had a moment of victory, you prematurely celebrated because the enemy came right back around and said, I knew you thought you won, but I was just trying to tire you out. I was playing a rope-a-dope game with you. I was bobbing, weaving, hoping that you would get tired of saying, I don't want to get drunk. I don't want to get high. I don't want to sleep around. I don't want to be angry. I don't want to get depressed. He was waiting for the prime opportunity to enter back in. Come on. The truth of the matter is, you have to work at any form of real deliverance you work. I need you to understand in this season, you can't give up on the battle. You can't give up on your faith. You can't give up on your prayer life. You can't give up on your worship. You can't give up on God. The Bible says, resist the enemy and he'll flee. The problem is, your resistant behavior is a temporary thing. Your resistant behavior is a temporary no. You have to understand that in order to truly resist the enemy, I got to go in warfare. I have to go in real battle. I'm in a fight right now, and understand, if you ain't in my corner to prep me up and to encourage me and to give me some support, would you please move around? Because I'm in a real battle right now. I've decided that in my life, I'm done living like my mama lived. I'm done thinking like my daddy thinks. And in this season of my life, I'm going to be better. I know I grew up getting high. I know I grew up sleeping around, but I'm too mature for this now. I'm too old for this now. I'm just tired of this.
Come on.
And understand that warfare means that I got to practice some stuff I ain't been doing. I've been praying too short. I've been giving God a minute prayer, 2-minute prayer. But in this season of my life, I'm turning my phone off, shutting TVs off, locking doors, because I know